Hi guys, welcome to Undiscovered. I am your host, Priscilla Moy, model and actress here in the beautiful city of Las Vegas. Today we have an amazing show for you. You don't want to miss out. I have two amazing stars, local Las Vegas stars, here for you that have done movies, they produce films, all of the above. Which is a great day to have them on because Vegas has just announced that they are number 2 in the country to become the next Hollywood. A lot of people love to look at Vegas as a city with no talent, but I know that it's the most underrated city in the country of the United States of America, and we are going to be the up-and-coming Hollywood. So come back after the break and meet our fabulous stars for today.
Have you been thinking about having your own TV show and how to publish it? Social media shows is what you're looking for. Start your show with our network and your first month could be free. Inquire now. Email us at admin@socialmediashows.com. We accept applications from around the world.
Welcome to Social Media Shows. Have you been watching social media shows recently? Of course you have. We have been live streaming for 4 years across social media platforms. We produce over 70 shows with over 1,000 episodes. In the process, we've helped over 100 creators realize their dreams and start their own show. We give platforms to promote your business. If you are an artist, if you have an event, if you are entrepreneurs, or if you have a story. If you haven't done it yet, go ahead and subscribe and follow us on major social media platforms. And if you have a great idea of a show, join us. Social media shows can help you produce and live stream your own show. Let us help you make your dream become a reality.
Welcome back to Undiscovered. Finally, we get to meet our first guest. I am so blessed and honored to consider her one of my true friends. We actually met on a project, producer, a screenwriter. She's a stunt woman, a tactical woman, a tough woman, a boss bee, a model, everything that you can think of. This woman has it all. Please welcome Allie V. Yay! Hello, Auntie. Welcome to the show. Sit in your director's chair. Ooh. Okay. How are you today? It's Wednesday. It is hump day.
Yes, and I'm super excited to be here.
Yes, of course. So, as I mentioned, you do so many things around Las Vegas. And I know, being your friend now, but they might not know, that technically wasn't your start, right?
No.
Like, you've had a lot of things that you've experienced in life prior to the world of arts, and since you've come into it, which has been recently, she's accomplished so much in a short period of time. So please, tell us, how did you get into it, and what do we need to know about this up and coming Allie V?
Yes, a very roundabout path to getting here. I was actually active duty Air Force for 15 years, and I was a cop. And so then I started off as being a photographer on crime scenes and stuff like that. And so after 15 years, I wanted to be like, I really want to do what I've always liked doing, which was acting, doing the arts. And so I got out, and now I'm going to my Master of Fine Arts in Photography. And so when I moved here, I started modeling. I was in front of the camera. Then I was like, I'll get behind the camera. And then now that has morphed into making short films.
Right, and I know that a lot of people don't experience being in front and behind the film at the same time. And so I know that we met when you were behind, the camera and just all of those things. But do you think that it's pretty important to know both ends? I mean, you're studying it in school now, even if it's just photography, but you're doing film. How do you think that that's changed your performance?
Oh, yeah, definitely. It gives me a better understanding of the symbiotic relationship that you need with the person who is doing the acting and the person who's capturing that, and making sure it all goes together so you have a nice final project.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I know we worked actually on one thing. We were background, but we were still cops. This was a forensic. It was very serious.
Yes.
But we also bonded with her doing stunts and teaching and doing a lot of tactical things. Is being maybe a stunt coordinator, doing a lot of action films, something that you think that you can use from your prior knowledge into your film? You think that's helped you a lot and grown you as even an actor too?
Yes, I can pull from so many real world experiences, and I was a part of SWAT while I was in the military. You know, I've been 3 combat tours, and so that gives me a lot of real life experiences and those type of deep emotions that sometimes you don't always get blessed with experiencing.
Right. So what is your actual goal now that you're finishing school, you're doing photography? What is your I would say motivation that's driving you right now that you would like to achieve?
Make some money? I'm just kidding.
Well, hey, like I said earlier, Vegas is underrated. Come film your stuff,
Yes.
you guys. Give us some work.
Like every artist, you want to see your art actually fund your dreams, you know, keep you going, and people being like, oh my gosh, I love it so much, take my money. You know, that is my goal. I want people to enjoy the experience. Right now, like yes, loving it, doing it for the art and everything, but I am a realist. You gotta feed the beast,
Right.
and pay the bills. But my goal is to actually put out a television show. Yeah, I just wrapped on a project, so it constitutes as a short film, but it's like a sizzle reel that we've made to pitch to industries.
Now, I've actually seen this one, and I would love it if Maria can put the 30-second clip in right here for you guys to see it, because I'm going to bring this up right now when I talk about it. It's amazing. You know, the filmography, the writing, all the story that goes into this short thing. So tell us a little about that. So what is your story behind this? Like, do you have a name for it yet?
Yeah, well, it's a work in progress with the title. We're not married to what we've called it, but we're calling it Airmen because that's what me and the person I partnered with, my friend Logan, she's also a veteran, and so we came together and we put together what we want as a television show that's detailing our real life experiences. I joined right as 9/11 happened, and so that was world changing, life changing, and we want to show not only how the world changed, but the lives, like the day in, day out.
Yeah, it's definitely worth a view, and because it's up and coming, we would love if you guys would share that and get in touch with Allie if you guys know of anyone that would be interested in, you know, being a part of this project and seeing it grow. I mean, it is amazing once you guys watch it. So apart from that, I know you're doing modeling now. Is there anything exciting that you are working on right now? So you have that project going on. I know you were an actor in that one too. So she acted that one, but now let's talk about your modeling. So
Yes. This lady has been helping me. Definitely it'd been a while since I'd been in front of the camera like that for a bit. So I've been doing a lot of shoots, lifestyle. Really want to work more into the fashion because I did a lot of boudoir. And which, you know, Vegas, but I really am building that portfolio because I'm applying to agencies.
Yeah. And have you had any struggles? Because since we are on Undiscovered, I would love to talk about, you know, why we are undiscovered, unfortunately.
Yeah.
What do you feel has been the biggest struggle? Does it, you know, people talking about your appearance? Do you feel like it's like your age? Do you feel like you started late? Like this, what can you tell us?
Yeah, I do feel like I'm falling into this no man's land, especially with my age, because I can play younger, but I am older, a lot older than what most people would consider marketable for modeling, especially as a woman.
Right. And so I know in my experience with a lot of agencies, not to bash them at all, but it's to be realistic, to share with you guys how it's like. So do you go there as a model, an actor, both, all of those? And what are some of the things that you would love to tell younger women or females, like what to expect from walking into an agency? The real actual story of that.
So be prepared for them to downplay everything you've put your heart and soul into. You could have so many projects that you're like, I'm so proud of this, I put so much work, and a lot of people have told you is amazing. So you know in your heart it's amazing. But then they're gonna be like, need better.
Yeah.
And what constitutes better? It's just their opinion. And so if you can understand that that's their opinion because they themselves are trying to make money in the industry and you don't take it personally, you know, it's just a part of the game, then be like, okay, yeah, well, what's your standard? Tell me what I need to meet. If you can get those clear expectations, then it's going to be hard for them to wiggle out and say no.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Is there anything that you would love everyone to know about how you would stick out? Why Allie B? Like, what is your vibe? Like, just tell everyone about. So she is a boss lady. Okay, so it's so hard to figure out what to even highlight because there's just so much about her, right? But I want to make sure that it's highlighted. You know, you have this sense of, you know, you walk in a room, she's got the blazer on, she's tough. And I know that you kind of love to be able to be open and play other type of roles and do other type of photo shoots.
Yes.
Do you think that that's more of a challenge for you, or do you like, you know, figuring that out?
You know, it's funny, like, you know me personally, so you know all the, you know, boss babe kind of stuff that I've done, but one thing that I've been told a lot, especially as a model or an actress, like, you have such a soft look.
Interesting. Wow. You guys. Really?
Yeah. They're just like, really? You do all that stuff? And I'm like, yeah, I do. So I try to tell them, like, don't let the baby face fool you. Like, there's a lot. So me standing out, I would just have to say just my variety of background and skills that I can bring to the table. Yeah. Very versatile.
Yeah. And is this your first ever interview talking about you and what you've done? Or have you been on other ones? Some podcasts.
But not like this.
And so bringing that up, so, you know, I'm honored to have her as a guest in my second episode, but she also, right, has her own podcast. Tell us, like, so you know what it's like to be in this position. You're just sitting here and you're, you know, who do you interview? What is your podcast? You know, what can we look forward to with that?
So our podcast, like you, we like to feature and put another platform out there for people that are, you know, following their passions and trying to get their name and their face out there. We just started going live with our podcast. And so just giving them another opportunity to market themselves, but we also highlight veterans. Since me and my friend Logan, again, we're the ones that host it, then we talk about going from the front lines to in front of the camera and just our venture with that. And then we like to highlight veterans who may be doing similar things, that are doing stuff outside of the military.
Yeah. So it seems that, you know, you're very passionate about, you know, lending a helping hand to the veterans, showcasing their stories, you know, putting a light on that, which is really good because it's, you know, a lot of people don't really talk about it. And obviously it's really hard to talk about it, but those are things that sometimes people need to, you know, and you give them that opportunity to do so and try to fuel their motivation to do more
and see us
stuff.
as more than just soldiers.
Yeah, obviously. But yeah, so it's been amazing having you on here. I've had a great time talking with you. It's just like, you know, girl catch up. But it's also now putting her on the map. I've been wanting to do this for some time now that I have the platform to do so. So we can find you at... You have all the social medias.
Yes. So my website is thegrandfinale.com. I'm on Instagram as The Grand Finale. And then Twitter, The Grand Finale. Just all The Grand Finale.
Yeah.
But make sure you spell it right.
Finale. Okay,
so Finali.
And she is the finale, guys. So be on the lookout. Allie B, everyone. Thank you so much for coming on the show. And we will be right back with our next guest.
You just make sure you know what you're doing.
Of course. How hard can it be?
Attend hut!
That's right, you better put those shoulders back, trainee. What do you think this is, a party?
No, sir.
Sir, do I look like a sir to you?
No, sir. No, ma'am. Sorry.
Sorry? Are you sorry, trainee? Well, I'm sorry the state failed your ass in anatomy. Now get on your face and give me 20!
Yes, sir. Ugh, shit.
Hello, everyone. This is Joseph Skoda with Social Media Shows. Well, I thank all of you for your support through these last several years, and it's been a lot of fun. We've given people a voice they never had before. Now, Social Media Shows is always collaborating with our veterans to help them do things and help out the veterans who are struggling today. And we teamed up with GI Connections, connecting veterans with resources. So please consider helping and donating to this great cause because we're always doing things for veterans. So GI Connections, Social Media Shows, and you is what makes the world a better place. Once again, Joseph Skoda, proud United States Air Force veteran.
Yes. This old dude here is down in the 89101 with the pimps, hookers, and crackheads. I have the ass of a 16-year-old boy. So, get you some cheesecake. I had to watch porn at the office. They paid me to watch porn at the office. Up is down, black is white, porn is good again! Hooray, porn! Official name and title is Captain Chris Cookie Cook, the Cook County Chili Cook and comedic curmudgeon, captivating crowds from coast to coast.
Hi guys, welcome back. After that short break, we have yet another amazing guest. And just like Allie, we have another actor, producer, writer, and actually someone that I've worked for on a commercial. So it's amazing seeing all these people come into one place and we can talk about their stories. Everyone, please welcome the amazing, hardworking TJ Wimbs. Hi, how are you?
Nice to see you.
Yes, nice to see you. The last time I saw you, we were working with Ben Affleck.
We
Is
were.
that true? Yes, we were. It was a fun time.
That was a good time.
Yeah,
that
we
was a
were
great shoot.
holding, laughing, making jokes, as you do.
Yeah, and he was pretty cool.
He was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I snuck a picture in. You're not allowed to do that.
You're not supposed to,
I
but
did.
there are some actors that you can't even get in their eye.
No.
He's not one of them. But
I was going to take that opportunity, though.
Yeah.
So speaking of celebrities and stars, now we look you up on IMDb. There's like a ton of stuff because he is everywhere, here, there, everywhere. I don't even know if he's a local in Vegas, which you are, but he is probably the hardest working man. You see him everywhere.
Trying.
What are some of the biggest projects that you worked on? Some of these stars.
The biggest ones I've done with stars, of course, we did Ben Affleck and Shaquille O'Neal, which was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But being on that Christopher Nolan movie Tenet
Oh.
with John David Washington and Robert Pattinson, and you're just like, wow. Because I mean, they're like standing right next to you, and you're doing these scenes, and everybody's got guns, and it's just that was wild.
Yeah.
That was absolutely. When you're being on a set that has a $300 million budget.
Oh.
Yeah,
Don't
it's
touch it.
yeah.
I'm just here.
That's a whole nother way of just
Right.
living. And then music videos are really awesome because you really get to get close up with the actors. So, you get to sit right next to Demi Lovato and talk to her, or you get to stand right next to Roddy Ricch and talk to him and stuff like that, or Usher. Usher is also.
You were an
I did an
Usher.
Usher music video with him and Marshmello, and Usher is just like legitimately like just we were sitting there with a couple of the guys, we're tactical, futuristic cops, and he just comes up and starts talking to us out of nowhere. He's like, "Hey guys, what's up? How's everything going?" I'm like, "It's 2:00 in the morning. Shouldn't you be in your trailer?"
He's like, "Oh, wait.
I'm like, "Yeah, this is Usher." I'm like, "What?" And he's just like, there are some really, really amazing people out there. Yeah. I've been blessed to
Speaking
work with a
of
few.
music videos and Usher, well, we were talking before this. I saw that he was on a Demi Lovato music video, right?
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
And you have experience with what it's like on sets. It's long. The crafty is just not great. The treatment is.
Yeah.
But you said this one was pretty cool, right?
No,
Demi.
yeah,
Demi's an
she
amazing
does
girl.
it up. She does it up right. I mean, everybody was taken care of, and I've said the best crafties I've ever seen on a set in my life. They were like seriously, they were grilling tuna steaks. It was like an opposite. It was my strong point, so that was cool. But I just got into writing and producing. I just produced my first series. It's now on Prime right now. Our first episode is out. We have 3 more episodes coming, and just got some CGI things to knock out, and we should be done with that. And now I'm writing season 2, which I'm writing it to where it's going to be in Las Vegas, more so than in Victorville and Lucerne and Apple Valley, which season 1 is based out.
As it should. Vegas, like we were talking about, it's a theme we need.
Yeah, and we don't get the respect that we deserve. Like we also talked about is like most of the big commercials that come out here for the hotels, they'll hire 95% of the people from LA, then fly them here and then put them in a hotel instead of.
We all know how hard it's been out there. Even with the weed stores handing the shit out like candy, we've been doing.
But it's a learning lesson.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It is, and it's. I think it's very good that I did that to understand what's going on the other side.
Right.
Because if I was just one-sided, and then I don't think I'd be able to grow as an actor if I just stood in front of the camera and that's all I did. Was run
Right,
lines.
because, and let's dig into this, this is not really what you've been doing your whole life, correct? So your background has also, like our prior guest, has been military.
20 years United States Air Force, which, I moved tactically very well. I'm very good with guns, any kind of weapons. I did professional wrestling. I trained in 15 different martial arts or fighting styles. So I got a little bit of a background, which I didn't realize when I first came into acting, and they were like, okay, so you need to make a resume. And I'm like, but I haven't done acting, so how do I have a resume? They'd be like, yeah, but you've done professional wrestling, that's stage combat. I was like, oh, I didn't think about that. You've done martial arts, you've done all these different stunt things. I was like, wow, I really didn't realize that. Being in the military and teaching people how to take care of people, like who are wounded. So, oh, you can play a field medic. You have these things. And I was like, whoa, I didn't realize that my real life stuff could come into play as an actor unless it was theater.
Right.
So I thought as soon as I came into acting, I have nothing to offer. Hopefully they'll let me get in a fight, and then that'll be it, and I'll walk away. No, seriously, that's what I was saying. I was like, I can do a fight scene, I can choreograph fighting, but other than that, like memorize lines, that was not my wheelhouse.
People don't realize that a lot of things, like all of us have had some background, whether it be sports, prior jobs, or how we grew up, that really can help you learn how to move your body. And with a lot of this work, anything in the arts, it's all about using your body and just knowing how 100%. To use it enough for the camera.
Well, that's a lot of things too. People don't realize is that communication is almost 90% nonverbal.
Right.
So if you can't tell the story with your eyes to that camera, it's not just I can say my line. It's connected by oh wow, I feel what he's thinking.
Exactly.
I feel what's going on.
Because the camera picks up everything.
Everything.
Right.
So
everything.
Remember, actors out there, tell with your eyes, not your face.
It's my eyes, Tyra Banks. Is that what she said?
Tell with your eyes.
So how long have you been now in this industry?
5 years now.
5 years.
Just started year 5, July 28th.
And what really sparked your motivation to start?
I actually had no desire whatsoever to be an actor. Ever. I was, retired military, and I was doing the whole growing the beard out, long hair, just, lifting heavy weights, and I didn't care. I was just like, nobody's telling me what to do anymore. And then one day I decided I shaved my beard, I cut all my hair off. I went to my wife's work. She had never seen me other than pictures with no facial hair, and she just started crying. And then later that day, she was like, have you ever thought about getting into acting? And you know how the universe works. As soon as you say something like that to the universe, 3 weeks later, I got my first audition. Wow. And the crazy part was, it was from someone I knew when I was a kid who had just moved to Vegas, was shooting a film and remembered I did martial arts and asked if I would do a fight scene.
Look at that. It was just meant to be. And he's worked ever since, right?
I mean,
if you look him up.
I mean, I don't have a real job. I just do this. That's it.
It is, but it is a job. It is a real job, guys.
When you
normalize this as a job.
To me, if you love something, it's not work.
It's not work, but you're living your dream. So what would you say is your end goal? Are you trying to be an A-lister? Are you trying to just go all the way to the top?
Well, my short-term goals right now are to get the rest of my show on Prime.
Right.
And then I'm writing season 2. I didn't get to write season 1, but I wrote season 2. I'm 95 pages in, and just to be able to pitch that. To get an opportunity to pitch it to somebody who could actually make a difference. And if I can do that, I know I can get that show out there. Yeah. But overall, I mean, I just want to be able to put things out as a writer or as a director or as anything to where people go, oh man, I understand what he was putting out there. I felt what they were, instead of just watching it going, yeah, there was some good action, it was okay, it was funny. Now I want people to go, wow, I felt what he was writing right there, or I feel that character that he created.
Yeah,
that's the end goal.
How I feel as an actor is my main reason why is I like to make people feel.
Exactly. And then one day, I'm super old, people go like, hey, remember that TJ Wimbs guy? Dude, he was awesome.
Yeah.
Remember that show?
He made me
That's a good thing too, is once something's made, everything's digital, it's out there forever. They can't take it away from you, so I'm really big on putting everything I have into whatever I do.
So you're writing, do you really write from experiences? What's your genre normally?
I'd never written before.
Okay.
So I probably write really weird, and writers watching this are probably going to go, you're doing it wrong, and it's going to be dumb, but I write backwards. I already know what I want to happen. And then I wrote the last step, the finale. Then I write the beginning, and then I write it this way. I don't know if it's right or wrong, but that's how I write. And then everything just congeals in the middle. And once I get my main story down, then I go through, I go, okay, this character here needs more. So let me add to this character, or this character needs less, or whatever. And then the story builds out. And like I said, now I'm 95 pages in, and I still have stories to expand on. So I know I'm going to definitely be over 100 by the time our first season's out, and then when it's time to pitch, it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be ready. It's gonna be something legit.
I love that. I mean, art's subjective, right? So there's no right and wrong to anything.
I've never taken a writing class or anything like that, so I don't know if I'm doing it right, but I do have a friend of mine who's written a lot of stuff, and he goes in behind me and goes, okay, let me make it look correct. Because he knows what I'm trying to say, but not as a writer.
Yeah.
Because when I see it in my head, I'm sitting in the theater and I'm watching it. And then I'm trying to figure, okay, how do I put that to script?
Yeah.
Without making it sound like I'm writing a novel.
Yeah.
So, and that was the hardest part, is when I finally sat down and just started exterior,
Because you
night.
want to make it sense to your actors too. You want them to understand
exactly.
what's going on.
So that's another thing, is I write it to where I can understand it. And I feel if I understand it, then everybody can understand it, because like I said, I'm not theatrically trained. I'm not a writer so I write it to the easiest thing for me to understand.
Yeah. So before we go, let's please bring up the Amazon Prime thing, because this is a huge thing. What can we look forward to it? Can you give us a little synopsis?
Oh, well, we takes place during COVID, and we took the full advantage of what was going on here. So basically, we got a guy who has a gun shop. COVID hits, they go back to reopen, and as we know, there was plenty of guns, but there were no bullets to be found anywhere in the United States. So we went off of that. So okay, so now he has no bullets. He can't open his gun shop. He can't make any money. How's this guy going to survive? So where we were up in Lucerne, in that area, if you go out into the like desert area, it's nothing but pot farm. As far as the eye can see, we're like, oh, we can run with this. So the guy starts growing pot, and of course his weed's a little bit better than everybody else's. And then when the bad guys start getting undersold, and he starts taking a chunk, they come in, they make him an offer, he refuses, and that's when everything hits the fan.
Okay.
So a lot of action.
I love it. It's going to keep you on your toes. You get to see the man in action himself. And what's the name of this?
This is called Red Sands.
Red Sands.
Yeah, so I'm acting, I'm producing, I'm doing stunts, fight coordinator, and I actually did, for the first time in my life, blood spatter special effects, which something brand new.
CGI
once again.
too, no?
Yeah, we tons of CGI. I don't do the CGI. That's computer stuff. But the blood spatter, there are 3 blood spatter shots in the film, and they're all mine. They're all stuff that I just did from scratch. But I had no idea what I was doing. I went online, looked a few things up. Seriously, I shot it. I sent it to the executive producers. They're like, "Oh, that looks good." I'm like, "All right, cool, let's do it."
That's
everything
the
new.
standard.
Yeah, everything new for that show was so many firsts. Other than being an actor, everything else on there was first time.
Yeah. But you're the epitome of, if you want something done, you gotta do it
yourself.
You gotta do it yourself, have the motivation, and it will work for you, right? So TJ Wimbs, everyone, please look up Red Sands on Amazon Prime, coming soon, and find him on social media.
First episode's out.
First episode's out. Yep. Well, there you go. And you're on social media. Everyone can look you up.
Instagram and Twitter at TJWIMZ, Facebook and LinkedIn at TJWIMBS, and my IMDb is imdb.me/TJWIMBS.
Everyone, TJ Wimbs, everyone. Thank you so
much.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to have you. Yay.
Look, we all know how hard it's been out there. Even with the weed stores handing the shit out like candy, we've been doing what we can to stay on top of the market. Quality, timely delivery. Hell, we even scale back our prices. Now we got this son of a bitch scaling back his prices even more, and our product just ain't moving like it used to.
Rodrigo, the answer is no.
Only one thing that's gotta be done here.
Seriously, come on, bro. They're gonna kill you.
They can try. I ain't dying.
We've reached the age of live streaming on social media shows. You may ask, we're already ahead of the curve, so why do you need to advertise with us? Well, only 8% of the businesses in the US are using digital advertising to grow their business. That's 2 percentage points short of reaching critical mass, which will lead to faster results. We have 20 plus shows with a reach of over 80,000. We'll give you commercial ads, website link, and connections to nonprofit organizations. So get your brand ready for digital monetization, for we are looking for sponsors, which will bring more traffic to your business and ultimately mean more sales. So let's bring the world to you. Inquire now.
And that was today's show, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to look these talents up. Vegas is an up-and-coming city. I am your host, Priscilla Moy, and see you next week on Undiscovered.